What's happening, guys? So I'm here with a reaction video, and it's to two die-hard Manchester City fans on the football terrace. Yes, I said it. Die-hard Manchester City football fans. So yeah, this is obviously after the City game from yesterday, and I'm only reacting to this because hearing Man City fans with an accent talk shit about a club that they probably used to support back in the day is absolutely jarring, right? Now, I don't have a problem with fans not being from an area that they support the team of. I'm one of them. It's not that. It's when you know that people are organic and you know they're not about that life. You know full well you haven't always supported Man City, you know, and everything like that. But then you're talking to your club as if your club hasn't done shit that they actually have done. It's the disrespect of the club you've always supported, right? From fans that recently started supporting their club. That's why I'm doing this reaction video, because it's jarring. It's jarring, but we're gonna get into it. You know what I mean? Because yeah. Anyways, let's get into the reaction. Right, so let me share my screen, and hopefully I won't get copyright, but I might do, I might not. It depends on how I go about things. But let's talk about this. Sick of them sweatsuits and them Connie hats. Let's talk about it. So, let's go.
Can one of us speak now?
Take several seats. Take several seats. Put your money on it this season. Take several seats. I am taking the EPL this season. Flip it up, everybody.
You've been
Take
saying it
several
for 3
You
seasons,
guys are
Dio.
clowns with all your cheating.
Now, one thing that's cringe is this Arsenal fan that's talking, and yeah, he's saying that we're going to win the league. Like, you know, you're making it harder for us, fam, because we're just going to get cooked hardcore should we not win the league now. You know what I mean? And you're talking to two City fans. You know what I mean? They're just going to come for you. But we'll have to see. Yeah.
With all your cheating and the referee and the things that you're doing at the back, you guys are clowns. Proper ones.
What's going on?
Dio. I appreciate that. Patrick, I'm going to come to Arsenal. From your point of view today, how does this game feel? You started like a bull in a china shop. You were amazing. Arsenal then dominated. You lose the guy you all think's the Ballon d'Or winner, the best player in the world, to what looks like a bad knee injury. You then struggle to break down the 10-man team and you nick a draw at the end. Give me your reflections on this match from a City perspective, my friend.
Look, I'm going to answer a few things. I want to answer a few things from the Arsenal guys first. First of all, the first guy who was speaking, he says Man City are cheats. And then he says the ref was in Man City's pocket. And then it's funny, he says Trossard is an idiot. So if you're saying Trossard is an idiot and you're saying the ref is in Man City's pocket, what makes sense? If he's an idiot, if you're calling him an idiot, it means you know he made a mistake.
Yeah, Trossard was an idiot for what he did. First of all, barging into Gundogan's back and then hoofing the ball away. But the argument is, you know, the timing of him booting it away and then the ref blowing the whistle, like he couldn't have stopped himself from booting it away because he already committed. But to barge a player in the back in the first place when you're on a yellow card is stupid. And we know that Michael Oliver's dodgy. We know that when it comes to games like this, refs like to make it about them anyway. You know, when it comes to, you know, Man United used to get a huge benefit of the doubts, and they were a club winning league titles, and Man City are getting the same thing. So it's stupid to give the ref a reason. You know what I mean? And that's what Trossard did. But putting together what the guy said to make it sound like none of it makes sense, those things can be true. Now, I'm not here to say Man City are cheats. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting for what happens with these 115 charges, whether they're guilty or not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to say, oh, they definitely are 100% guilty of everything. You know what I mean? I think they'll be guilty of some of the things, but yeah, I just expect him to get a slap in the wrist. That's it. You know what I mean?
But you know what? I'm not gonna go into these battles with the Arsenal fans because I remember when Arsenal were also on cloud nine like this, and they started making these statements. So we are used to them by now. Let them enjoy themselves. Let them say the 10 men managed to keep us to a 2-2 draw. But let me tell you something, Arsenal fans, if you're watching this, for City have to be put down. I told you this last time when you came to the Etihad. When you come to the Etihad, it doesn't matter if you're 7 men, whatever, or you have to put down Man City. You don't allow them to get a draw out of you. Because what's going to happen in a few months, I'll come back to this video. When City are about to win the title again, you will start crying, as always, saying, oh my God, what happened? You remember this moment again? Yes, we were down to 10 men. We packed the bus. We actually packed a plane at the Etihad. And one glorious moment by John Stones. Again, beautiful goal. We scored. We still managed.
Why are you struggling at home to a 10-man Arsenal side for?
It's embarrassing.
I think you man need to be asking questions about that, because prior to playing Arsenal, you man have played bums in the Premier League.
Yep.
And Haaland's been blitzing. Now, he was always going to get his 100th goal against Arsenal. He needed that one goal, and he only got that one goal. Because we're the club, if you need something, we'll give it you. That's the club we are, right? But this was your test, and Haaland did nothing after getting his 100th goal. And he struggled to 10 men. It took your centre-back, a super sub centre-back, to rescue a point for you, man. What are you, man, going to do at Anfield, then? What are you, man, going to do at Tottenham? You know what I mean? Some of these grounds are goofy for you, man. Right? You've lost Roger for the season now through ACL. And we know, you man without Rodri, it can be peak. So far, you've played bums, so you've coped.
Yep.
If you're going to Anfield and you ain't bringing Rodri, bam.
Crying to me.
I mean, you might not worry now because you man always pull through in the end, but you know, last season we saw when you man didn't have Rodri, that's when you lost games. You know what I mean? You lost games without him.
Yep.
He came back and then you were fine. That's a warning sign in itself.
To find a way. So City always managed to find a way. What I can say about this game is, when Rodri went down, Terry, I knew it was over, especially for a team like Arsenal, who have been very great. I was like, Rodri went down. I went to the group chat for the Man City guys. I was like, I don't think we're going to do well here with Rodri going, because when Rodri is there, sometimes City attack more and they're more creative. And there be no KDB, since the Arsenal fans want to say, we almost beat you without Odegaard. We had no KDB. So
don't do that. Come on now, don't do that. You man have always coped without having. See, this is the thing about Man City, right? What we all know is you man have always coped. You won league titles without a striker. You coped without KDB for a large part of last season. Same with Haaland when he had, I think it was an ankle injury or something like that. You man still pull through. Now, I'm not saying you're not going to pull through without Rodri, but we saw even last season that it was him that was missing that really affected you, man. So it's going to be interesting this season now that he's out for all of it, how you man cope.
I knew creativity was going to be difficult, and Foden coming in, he hasn't actually been in very, very, very good condition. He didn't look so well. At the end of the day, let's just keep it simple. These guys defended very well. I'm going to give them that, because what I saw from them, yes, we've been talking about it, that these guys are terrorists. Today we did see that Arteta can take it to next level. Fair play to Arteta, because for you to keep City, like you closed up at the point where there was nowhere to go. Fair play to them, but you guys, all I can tell you, Arsenal fans, is be careful. Don't talk with too much chest. When was the last time you won a Champions League?
You shut up!
When was the last time you won a Premier League? But
what's that? What's? See what I mean? These post-Sheikh City fans. When's the last time you won a Champions League? When's the last time you won a Premier League? We've never won the Champions League. We last won the Premier League in 2004.
Emotional damage.
I mean, like these man get on the hype. These man, see, you know, when back in the day when you had those people that they liked football but they didn't support anybody, but they enjoyed seeing Arsenal go invincible. They hated Man U and they didn't like Liverpool. You know what I mean? They probably might have jumped on the Chelsea hype for a bit. But otherwise, the football neutrals, they're City fans today.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because now it's I found a team that nobody else supports. And now that I can get on that hype, and then I can clown everybody else for what they're not doing. You know what I mean? Most of these man's existence, right? The club that they support was doing what? In a championship, in League One, wherever they were. You know what I mean? Playing football next to ice cream vans. Hey man. Now these men are on the up now. Now you get these grown adult fans, City fans with accents talking about my club is better than yours.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
We've won the Champions League and you haven't. Where's yours?
Shut the fuck up.
You know what I mean? Like these men have always been there. You know what I mean? I haven't got a problem with people stating facts. My thing is this, right? It's when it comes to a point where you're belittling a club that is more successful domestically now than yours, right? And I know back in the day, you man were admiring what Arsenal were doing. Now this is just a chance for you man to turn around and be like, oh, my club's better than yours. It's that for me. And then it's the we're gonna get into the blatant denial that this guy's gonna spew. A blatant lie about Arsenal, but we'll get into it.
You're here yapping. Yet if you see Liverpool fans coming on this channel, they give respect because they know that City are doing very well. And the funny thing is, Arsenal fans, let's also talk this. Let's talk big boy. First of all, Man City found you, Chelsea found you, won the Champions League, they got 2. City found you, and we won the Champions League, and we're keeping winning the Premier League. We might win this one as number 5, but why do you guys have this chest where you come here and talk like a big club? Because somebody asked a very good question the other day.
Why do you have chest coming here talking like a big club? This is what I mean. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
I've seen him do it.
These post-Sheikh City fans, right, that recently got on the hype. They probably started supporting City during COVID, maybe. I don't know, right? And then now they're questioning how big your club. They know damn well, right, about Arsenal, right? Arsenal are who they are, and we don't have a Champions League for it, right? It seems Arsenal didn't need a Champions League to be mentioned alongside Liverpool and Man United. I mean, now I've got a City fan out here on this panel talking about if Arsenal's a big club or not now.
What the fuck, y'all?
Excuse me. This is what I mean. It's this. You know what I mean? These fans that these City fans that you know are organic, that come out of nowhere and undermine fans who support a club that no doubt is more embedded in their family than his. If we were just to play the guessing game. You know what I mean? Do we think that these men support Man City because of the parents?
Oh hell no!
You know what I mean? Is that what we think? Like I said, I haven't got anything against fans from overseas that support football clubs, right? In general, right? But what my beef is fans, regardless of where you're from, that jump on the hype to support a club because they're winning now, and then they want to undermine other fans that have let's just say, always been there with one club, and then they're trying to disrespect your club in a way, just because the club that they support now is more successful than yours. Even when you look at the look on the guy's face that's next to Terry on here, even he's like WTF moment. Jesus.
That is Arsenal actually a big club because Arsenal have got standards, right? You're called Standard FC. No, let me finish this, Terry. You are called Standard FC, and you like putting these standards that, oh, look at Bayern, look at Madrid. But there's a difference between Bayern, Madrid, and Arsenal. Arsenal have never been consistent. Arsenal, you've never won back-to-back leagues. So let's ask again.
What?
So this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Blatant lie. That's a lie. He's lying. Arsenal have won back-to-back league titles. Arsenal have actually done a three-peat. Done it way before Man City did it. Well done for catching up, though. No, we haven't won a treble before. No, we haven't won a Champions League before. So any City fans that will come in here, while this is premiering, it's going to go, oh, where's the Champions League? When is the last time you won a Champions League? We've never won it. We never won it. Fam. Blatant lie that Arsenal never retained a league title and never done a three-peat. Blatant lie. Blatant lie. This is what I mean. These post-Sheikh fans, City fans, that talk out their ass. Does he know what Man City won prior to the Sheikhs?
No.
At this point. No, you see, these men will want to go from 1992. Because, like Man United fans, I don't know if it's a Manchester thing, but these men like to go off football started in 1992. And then what happened then? Because this is why you're getting these fans of not just City fans, but you're getting these fans talking about Arsenal have only won 3 Premier Leagues as if we've only won 3 league titles.
Stop it.
You know what I mean?
Get some help.
You get City fans that say, we've won 4 Premier Leagues in a row, you've only won 3. As if we've only won 3 league titles in our history.
Stop it.
It's the undermining for me. You know what I mean? It's that for me. Anyways.
Arsenal, apart from the fact that you've been stuck in FA Cups, are you actually a big club if you think about it?
An FA Cup that Man City have never retained, by the way. I mean, couldn't even do it last season. You know what I mean? Too busy getting too drunk after winning the 4th league title in a row that you couldn't even make history and retain the FA Cup. Something that Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham, Blackburn Rovers, and Newcastle United have done.
Damn!
All right.
What are you talking about? We've won back to back. We've done a three-peat, bro.
And I'll move on.
We've done
Talking
a
to the
three-peat.
game is
The only Arsenal fan I've heard clap back with a fact. The only Arsenal fan I've heard clap back. Big up to Saad. Big up to him. Big up. The only Arsenal fan, right, that's clapped back with that fact. I mean, these post-Sheikh City fans don't know. You know what I mean? Because they don't know what Man City did in 2009.
No.
They don't know what Man City did in 2001.
No.
They don't know what Man City were doing back in them times.
Oh, hell no.
You know what I mean? They probably don't know that Peter Schmeichel played for him.
I am
Okay,
happy with the
I
point
get your point.
because- No,
Yeah,
let
I
me
was gonna
finish. I'm happy with this point.
I was going to ask you before you get that point because it feeds into my question. Who do you feel is happier with the point today, Arsenal or City? Do you feel more relieved or are you disappointed you didn't win? How do you feel?
To be honest with you, us not beating Arsenal, which I've said for a long time since last season, has sort of disappointed me. But taking this point for the fact the way Arsenal parked the bus, I would take this point any day. And you know what's more sweet about this, Terry? You were right. If we scored this in the 85th minute, yeah, and they take the draw, Arsenal could have been more happier to keep it. But for the fact that City have nicked it in the last minute, where Arsenal fans, some of them were texting me saying it's over for you guys. Even in the group way, and people were like, it's over for you guys. For us to nick it that last minute, I think it stings more Arsenal fans. Because as I said, all of them that come here, all they're talking about is corruption. If you go to the chat, it's all about corruption. Nobody has actually appreciated their own team. They're all just saying Trossard is an idiot. It's because we have rattled them. But let me just ask you,
Cap, we've rattled City more than they've rattled us. Haaland was the one that was tapping Arteta's back, talking about stay humble. Haaland was the one throwing the football at Gabriel. Haaland was the one that went into Saliba. Now we know Havertz went into Rodri. I mean, Mr. Mentality. I mean, but really, you got Johnny Knoxville wannabe looking ass, aka Bernardo Silva, talking about
at least when Liverpool played us, they actually tried to play football.
I'm going to get into that though. We're going to get into that. You know what I mean? But we're the ones rattled.
Stop the cap.
Fam, I can't take these post-Sheikh City fans seriously. You know what I mean? Like, at least when it's Tottenham fans with an accent, right, that you know are from God knows where across the world, I take them man seriously because they've got no reason to be supporting Tottenham. You know what I mean? They clearly like Tottenham for whatever reason they like them for, and they're stuck with it. Who likes Man City like that before the Sheikhs came in? You know what I mean? It's unheard of. You know what I mean? It's easy to spot a post-Sheikh City fan than it is to spot a Tottenham fan that's a grown adult that only just jumped on the hype yesterday. You know what I mean? That's going to be way harder to spot than the City fan equivalent. You know what I mean? There's a reason you're not seeing Leicester fans that much unless you're in Nottingham or in Leicester. The last time I saw somebody wearing a Leicester City shirt, I was at Nottingham Carnival. Those of you who know, Nottingham is right next to Leicester, basically. I don't see Leicester shirts up north like that.
Nope.
I don't see it.
Oh, hell no.
I don't see Leicester City shirts in my hometown. I don't see it. Guarantee you, though, if Leicester kept winning leagues after the win in 2016, I guarantee you'd see Leicester City fan shirts. You see Leicester City shirts, fans wearing those, like you're seeing the City fans now. These two will probably be in Leicester shirts if Leicester kept winning the league, for all I know. You know what I mean?
you this Arsenal fans before I go. When you sit down as fans and you keep trying to talk with chest, are you guys actually that big? Because when Wenger was here, you were the side chick for Fergie. Now look at this, you're a side chick for Pep. And obviously your manager used to pick up the cons and...
Right, so he's questioning how big Arsenal are because we were the side chick for Fergie. The Fergie Wenger era lasted, what, from 1998 to 2005. Let's put things into perspective, right? When Wenger came in, Fergie was already a champion. Then Fergie won the league in 97. Wenger won it in 98. Fergie then did a three-peat. Then we won it 2002. Fergie won another one. Then we won in 2004. So we won 3 league titles to Fergie's 5 during the Wenger v Fergie rivalry. Right? When it was Klopp versus Pep, what are we talking? 2018, Pep won it with ease because Man United were the ones that were behind them anyway. The rivalry really started in 2019, really. That's when it was legit. You know what I mean? Pep won another one. Then Liverpool won one. Then Pep won against Man United because Man United were miles behind anyway. Then he won another one against Liverpool. Let's put things in perspective. Arteta is 2 behind. When I say 2 behind, I mean when it comes to Arteta versus Pep, Pep has won 2 league titles over Arteta. You know what I mean? He won 2 over Arteta. So it's not like we've been here fighting for the league title since 2020, because we haven't.
Nope.
because City fans will make it sound like that it's just been, Pep's just been dominating. Well, he has dominated the Arteta versus Pep era, but it's only been 2 years of that. We're in the title race of 2023 season. Prior to that, it was Liverpool in 2022 when Pep won it on the last day. Then the next two, it was us. So we'll see now. We'll see how it pans out. If Arteta can finally get one over him this season, then it'll be 2-1. You know what I mean?
Towers at Man City. So you're still young. So please, when you talk, the only individual I want to hear talking is Terry, because he's got 3 UCLs and Liverpool fans who've got 6 UCLs. So shush Arsenal fans.
You shut up!
Goodbye.
You've had. Oh my God. Hey, Terry, sorry, man. Sorry. These City fans are the funniest, bruv, because I'm sorry, because I don't know how old you are, Patrick, but for more of your life, you've won nothing than the years that you've won something. So you're talking about big club, brother. Listen, so one sec, all these trebles and that you guys are celebrating now, in 50 years don't matter anymore. In 50 years, everything you've done these past 4 years don't matter anymore. Because that's what you're basically saying when you're trying to say Arsenal ain't a big club. And this is why you say Arsenal.
This is what I mean about these post-Sheikh City fans with an accent, especially, that just undermine the club that you support, trying to downplay how successful your club really is, not putting any respect on what your club's achieved without a sugar daddy, by the way. You know what I mean? You've never retained league title. You've never done 3-peat, blah, blah, blah. Are you even a big club anymore? You know what I mean? Now, behaving like a big club, yeah, I can get on board with, are we behaving like one? But are we one? You know what I mean? It's questioning, is it an actual big club? You know what I mean? 14 FA Cups, 13 league titles. Does that not make a big club? You know what I mean? Did that not put Arsenal on the map? The league titles, the amount of league titles won, the style of play, we changed the game. You know what I mean? Man City came in after all that because they got a sugar daddy, and it's worked for them. City fans, you better pray you're not guilty. I'm telling you, you man just better pray, because it's just going to be peak for you, man. If the impossible happens, and the impossible being relegation to whatever, you know what I mean?
Fans come with his chest and stuff. City fans are the ones that come to always try and belittle Arsenal. Bruv, you shouldn't belittle Arsenal, because you should be looking, and I'm not going to lie, if City in the next 10, 20 years continue the way they are, yes, they could surpass Arsenal. I'm not even going to sit here and lie and say that can't happen, right? But to belittle us now, yeah, when we got more league titles than you, bro, it doesn't matter. In the league, yeah, we've got more league titles. It doesn't matter that you're on the rise. You could capitulate. If all them charges are real, I'm not saying they are, I don't know, but if they are, then it all crumbles down. So just that is what I had to get off my chest quick, because I was hearing it and I was like, bruv, like you say about us, but City fans are the worst, bruv, because you've been successful for like 15 years, bruv, and you man are probably double that age. So half your life you've seen you win nothing. Half your life you've seen yourself in lower leagues. Yeah,
the only difference is that the last 20 years you're seeing success in City. In the last 20 years, you're not seeing success.
But football wasn't created 20 years
ago.
No,
of course.
And this is what these post-Sheikh City fans don't understand, or don't want to understand. I mean, they want to talk as if football is a recent thing. I mean, that's why they keep going about the last 20 years, the last this, that, and the other, blah blah blah. I mean, and should we win the league this season, then we'll get ripped for winning one league title in 20 years. We know how it goes. I mean, there's nothing that unless Arsenal win a treble like now, basically, or a bloody quadruple, that's the only time these men can't talk. You know what I mean? And the only thing they'll have is, are you going to retain it? There'll be something. The goalpost will be moved again and again and again and again. You know what I mean? But this whole, like, City fans older than 25 with an accent, I can't take him seriously in terms of do you actually support? If someone was born in 2000, right? Depending on when abouts, they'd be 24 now, right? By the time they understood what football was, right? Man City still weren't successful.
Nope.
You know what I mean? When it comes to the City fans thing, we're gonna need about 20 years for to start taking it seriously.
Yep.
We're gonna need about 20 years. You know what I mean? Because when you think about, like, say our parents, for example, let's say like supported Arsenal because of parents, right? Back in the day, my parents was probably like him and the other guy that just left. Probably supported the team and jumped on the hype because they won something, and then they just followed from there. And then the offspring now just supports that team from the beginning. These man weren't City fans from the beginning, but their offsprings will be. So we'll take them more seriously because they'll have a connection to it. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? Is it real or is it I've jumped on the hype? You know what I mean? And it's not a crime. You know what I mean? And I'm not against you as a person. It's just that it's the undermining of fans who have always been there in terms of, I've always supported this club and it's only been this club. And you just jumped on the hype and then you're talking as if, you know what I mean? You this whole, I haven't always been a City fan. I recently became a City fan. I'm talking like football started in 1992. I'm lying about your club's history. It's those four things. And that's what happened in this video.
But listen, it's jab for jab because of how Brendan and how
equally though. Let me jump in and just say for a minute. We're also this conversation is taking us away from today's match.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna leave it there anyway because you know I don't need to cover anything more. I think I've covered quite enough. But yeah, I can't do with these Post-Sheikh City fans, man. I just can't do with it. You know when you can't take them serious. Oh no, I said I was gonna do the Johnny Knoxville wannabe. I was gonna get into that one. All right, let me get into it. Bernardo Silva accuses Arsenal of cowardice, insisting Liverpool always faced us head on, as he names 3 moments which showed Man City what was going to happen from early in the 2-2 draw. So this Johnny Knoxville wannabe, right, is suggesting Arsenal lack bravery. So let's read into it. Man City star Bernardo Silva, aka Johnny Knoxville wannabe, pointed out a swipe at Arsenal because this man's salty about the draw, right? Let me just skip down to what he said, man, because it's After the match, Silva aimed a brutal dig at the North London club, implying that they were cowards for refusing to Pep Guardiola's side head on in pursuit of victory. So I just want to stop there. So basically, by his logic, then, right? If somebody got in the boxing ring with Mike Tyson and got chinned to the floor, right, in each round, they're now a coward because they had the guard up more often. By his logic. When asked how Arsenal compared to Liverpool, who battled for the title against City for years under former manager Jurgen Klopp, they only did it for 3 seasons. Like people are trying to make out that since Klopp came, it's always been him and Pep. No, fam. 2019, 2020, and 2022, right, were the seasons Liverpool battled it out with Pep, right? Runners up in 2019, won it in 2020, runners up in 2022. The 2018 and 2021, it was Man United that finished second, miles behind Man City. You know what I mean? So let's not make out that it was the new Fergie v Wenger. You ain't seen that, fam. Well, perhaps because Liverpool has already won the Premier League and Arsenal hasn't. Well, whoa. Liverpool, they were in a title race with you once before they ended up winning it. They didn't just win it and then became your title rivals. You know what I mean? So let's not do that. Liverpool at the time had also won a Champions League while Arsenal hasn't. So he's basically being a typical City fan, basically. Liverpool always faced us head on to win matches. from that perspective, our games against Arsenal haven't been like that. The matches against Liverpool were and still are. So these managers sorted that the couldn't palm us 5-0. You know what I mean? Like, what these men are failing to understand, right, is we've only had 2 seasons of being in a title race with Man City, right? The first season of it in 2023 being that we lost 3 times to Man City in all competitions, trying to outplay them, opening up, swinging with the guard down. The season after now, 2024 season now, we beat them twice in the season in all comps, right? But once in the Premier League and drew the other in the Premier League. We beat him at the Emirates, and then we went to the Etihad and just didn't want to lose. So this always faced us head on that he's giving Liverpool the credit for. Fam, we've never been parking the bus against you, man, until last season. City have yet to face Liverpool since the arrival of the new head coach and his thought who has enjoyed it. Yeah, blah blah blah. Silva went to vent his frustration towards Arsenal after the match, insisting that Arteta's hostile tactics happened long before Trossard's red card ahead of half-time. It all started the very first second. We realised what was going to happen. We had a player injured after they sent him to the ground twice in 10 minutes. Said, referring to Rodgers for substitution. Well, you see, this is the thing, right? And he's saying that we were very fortunate to leave with a point. Well, we were unfortunate to not leave with 3 because we were winning for most of the game, right? Well, this is the thing. Arsenal were known as pussies, right? Back in the day. Soft Arsenal, couldn't handle rough tackles. We were getting players injured left, right, and centre through rough tackles. We'll never forget Aaron Ramsey's leg break from Ryan Shawcross. All that shit. Yeah? Now it's time for us to give back. Now, man, are crying about how we're playing now. Nah, fam, eat that shit. Eat that shit. I mean, eat that shit. Well, it looks like Roger broke himself up. I mean, it just is what it is. We had a goal conceded after the referee called our captain and didn't allow him to recover his position. Second goal is already their usual block to our keeper, which is allowed by the referee. Man, this guy sounds solid. Then the referee allowed a sequence of time-wasting events. The thing that bothers me the most is having a lot of meetings with the FA at the beginning of each season. They tell us they will control this kind of situation and will stop them, but in the end, it doesn't have any worth. They say a lot, but nothing happens. Oh, it's not like you're really realistically suffering anything, are you? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's Johnny Knoxville wannabe crying, upset because Arsenal are too hard to play against. Fuck out of here, man. Anyways, like the video, share the video, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow all the socials. The link is in the description below, and I'll see you guys for the match preview tomorrow night. Arsenal versus Bolton in the EFL Cup. I'll see you guys for that. And yeah, catch you in the next one. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me, come and have a pop. Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.